Great. Oh, what a cool studio. I love your view here.
Isn't it the best?
Yeah. So this is just a yoga?
I use it as a study, as I write back here, and also as a little yoga studio. I'm actually, the initial impulse was for me to have a place to write, a quiet space to write and to meditate, because I was working in the house, and we had built a studio space in there that I was going to move into when our son went to college, and he's chosen to live at home. Then I've been sort of progressively building a yoga practice, my own personal practice, as well as a private practice. So we built with that in mind, and it's starting to happen. I have heat back here. It's really comfortable. It's, it's a very peaceful, meditative space. When I meditate here in the morning, I'll often just sit and look out, just through that door. I can see the trunk of the tree. It's a beautiful thing.
I love your view here with the trees beyond.
Look, Tom planted a garden back here.
This is a view that you don't get anywhere else on property.
Ooh, it's really, intimate.
Yeah.
You could lay out here in the sun and nobody knows you're back here.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah, and it's nice being up on the slope because you're so high up looking out these windows.
Yeah. I actually stored garden tools underneath mine. Well, it's really a nice use of an area that you probably didn't use at all.
Nothing. It was just
empty.
It was compost and junk.
Oh yeah, the transformation from what this was before, you wouldn't believe it.
Gosh, that makes a lot of sense. A lot of people have a yard, that live in a house, and a lot of people don't use most of their yard. In this sense, you really can use all of your yard. Now you can walk past the tree here and enjoy the views, and enjoy views that you would have never seen before.
It's a very narrow space. It doesn't seem like much. But when this went up, I thought, wow, you could really live, this is the size of some city lots.
Yeah.
It is really amazing.
So that's, space. Our whole idea is to go smaller, and we're showing people to say, you can actually live in a really small space, minimal.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah, you just have to get rid of your stuff.
Yeah. Well, Modern Shed is about simplifying life, hopefully. That's our motto.
Yeah. So
one shed at a time.
I can just walk into it for 5 minutes and it makes me feel good, you know. And it's mine. It's just completely mine.
No boys allowed.
No men allowed. Unless I invite them in. I felt really pampered and spoiled that I was going to get this place to have all by myself, to be in it when I felt like it and not be in it when I didn't feel like it.
Yeah, no, it's a very different thing when you separate it. I mean, I know we did it for a long time, and that's really what started Modern Shed. We built the separate studio in the back of the house, and all of a sudden separate phone lines, separate fax line, and you really were miles away.
Yeah.
And so that kind of was the start of the big idea.
Yeah. Because the other part of it was I was thinking of myself in a Home Depot raw cedar shed, and thinking, am I really going to put on my sweaters and go back there? I wanted to realistically ask myself if I was going to do that. And then I saw yours, and it was so nicely finished. We very casually priced out what it would cost to do it ourselves, and it wasn't that much. I mean, there's a difference, but it wasn't a huge difference. I think these are remarkably affordable, for what they are. And so we decided to do it. At first we were going to put it together ourselves, and we knew that would take, maybe another lifetime. So we asked Jerry to do it, and he was great. It went up in a matter of days. I can't tell you how many people have come back here, and I've said, if it had a bathroom, I could live back here, you know, and you can make a one-bedroom house or two-bedroom, it's modular. I want to do another one of these in the front, but we will get to that for a while.
Yeah.
Have a guest house, or my son could live in it, or rent it out or something.
Absolutely. As you know, these structures are designed to be handled with two guys, all just hand carried.
Oh. Okay.
And so that's kind of the genesis of the small structures.
This thing went up in 4 days, and it's a great structure. It's insulated. We wired ours for heat, so I have a heater in here, but you can buy a space heater at Costco for $40. What you could do with housing, with this concept for the world, for people who need shelter.
Yeah, it's all about just having that your own private space. I mean, everyone needs that.
For me, it's a half and half balance between the cerebral and the physical. When I'm studying and writing back here, it's a very mental, quiet place for me to be in my head. When I'm doing yoga, it's a quiet and still place for me to be in my body, you know. And someday maybe the two will come together and I'll be a balanced person.